Alright guys, so I want to talk about the Epstein files today. And not really specifically like about them, I guess, or what's in them, because that's been everywhere. I just want to talk about the people involved with them and what it means for the rest of us and what it means for society. If you're new here, definitely don't forget to subscribe to Cigars and Coffee channel. We're constantly putting out good content and building an awesome little community. So don't forget to subscribe. So getting into it, there's been just so many disgusting, disturbing things that have came out of these files. And, if you know, you know. And if you're in the know, that this really isn't even surprising to us in this community, because we know this has been going on for eons. But especially in our lifetime, we knew that all the powers that be were disgusting, evil beings. So none of it's really new, but I guess it just shines a new light on it, that what we all, whatever you want to call it, assumed, I guess, or what we all knew, we actually have the physical proof from them themselves in these files. And it basically implicates everybody, because every rich person, politician, celebrity, head of state, whoever, at one point or another was for some reason emailing Jeffrey Epstein. And he, was the curator to all these sick fantasies, basically. Because, once again, if he is not the top of the food chain. He has handlers, he has bosses. We all know this. He was just kind of the big front man that they used. And that's why he ended up being the one going down, and they supposedly killed him for it. Which, even who knows about that, because there's some speculation that he's still on his island. And they faked his death, which is definitely a possibility. But anyways, so all these, rich elite types, which in my opinion should not be, none of that should be redacted. None of these names should be redacted at all. Everything should be out in the open. The only thing that should be blacked out in all these files that we're seeing is victims' names and victims' photos. Other than that, everything should be on display. And I don't care, Trump has came out and said it. Other big people have came out and said, oh, it could really, damage society, and, the whole thing would fall apart, and it would just ruin too many lives. It's like, really? Because what about all the, children's lives that were ruined, or anybody else that was involved in this? Or just even big picture, all of us, all the American lives, all the citizens' lives have been ruined because we're ruled by satanic pedophiles. So we don't care about the reputation of all these people. We don't care if it ends up burning down society. We don't care if they all go down. We're sick and tired of it as citizens, and they need to reap what they sowed. If you're going to be a sick who is into all that stuff and into all that, sick code word that they always were using, but we all know what they were doing. If you're into that, you don't just get a free pass and say, oh, my bad. And this comes to the main point that I want to talk about in this video, is all these sick mother effers and these elite bastards who think they can just come out and say, oh, I really regret having contact with Epstein, and I shouldn't have done that, and I regret it, and trying to distance themselves from it. No, you're not. You are not even close to being sympathetic, sorry for anything of that nature. You're just sad that you somehow kind of got caught, and you don't want to get brought down. That's the biggest thing for these losers. So how long are the people just going to be okay with this? Be okay with this little BS apology or this little BS distancing themselves from the emails that they're in, or, you know, Epstein himself? How long are we going to put up with this? When are we going to make these people accountable for their damn actions? Because I'm so sick of the elite being able to just get away with literally whatever they want, and there's no repercussions at all. But a normal person, you miss, you know, you're $600 behind on your taxes, and they're coming for your ass. But meanwhile, they can kill and drape whoever they want with no consequences. And we're just sick and tired of it. I know I am. You are a scumbag, and you'll always be a scumbag, and there's nothing that you're ever going to do to change your minds about it. And I don't care who you are. You sleep in the bed that you made. So enough is enough when it comes to these stupid ass elites putting out these piss poor apologies and piss poor statements, dismissing themselves from Epstein and the files, and downplaying that they didn't know anything. For example, Prince Andrew. That guy was photographed multiple times, best friends with them, and he comes out and says this BS, you know, oh, I regret being friends with him, and I don't even recall meeting these people, even though there's multiple pictures and videos and evidence and God knows what else they're not even showing us. And that's just an example, an easy example. You know, how many, insert any elite name you want. How long are we just going to stand for this? We're literally finding out, and at least the normies are finding out, that our country and the world is ran by satanic pedos. And are we just going to do like we always do with, you know, all the COVID BS, or all the wars that they start, the terrorism, you know, insert anything that we've been screaming about? Is it just going to go brushed under the rug per usual? Because I know I, for one, am sick of it, of none of them having accountability for it. And they think they can just keep getting away with it because they have money. And that's just not how it should be. And even if you are a normie person, you should not, and I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, you should not want your government, and you're being brainwashed by the media, who's all ran by this cabal. So at the end of the day, we need to get a competent DOJ in place that will actually start pressing charges against these people. Because otherwise it's just going to keep going on. And I know it's been going on for centuries, you know, but maybe we could at least hold some feet to the fire. Hold some accountability, you know? I mean, they need to bring back public executions for this type of crap. Because it's just, you know, maybe then there will be less and less of it, at least. And the richest of the rich won't all be part of this cabal that we're forced under. It's so sick and evil. And there's only one thing that you can really turn to, and that's the Lord above. But in the meantime, we need to be fighting evil on the ground level and just not be letting this take place all the time and just keep happening and happening. And just remember that these people are scum, and they are not better than you just because they have billions of dollars or have some high status. That's not how it works. Don't let them manipulate you like that, okay? So just wanted to make this video because I'm so sick of all these piss poor apologies that I keep seeing from all these elite people that are trying to distance themselves from the Epstein files. It's so damn annoying. And, you know, I hope a lot of you guys feel the same. Please comment and let me know what you're thinking about all this. If there ever is going to be any sort of accountability, do you feel the same way, that there should be some sort of consequences for these horrendous actions? So please let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to Cigars and Coffee, and thanks for watching.